Alright, nasa part 2 na tayo ng laws of growth and decay. So, kung di mo napanood yung part 1, panoorin mo yung part 1. Alright? So, dito sa part 2, I think dalawang question lang naman and I think we're done. Alright? So, let's begin here. So, in here, wait lang, ayusin ko lang. Yeah, so, there is a certain radioactive substance that decomposes at a rate proportional to the amount of it present. Initially, the amount is 400 milligrams. After 3 days, the amount was 60 milligrams. What will be the estimate amount of this radioactive substance after a week? And what will be the half time? So una, in terms of time or unit ng time, since kasi yung given dito is days. Okay? And yung hinahanap nating sagot ay naka-a week siya, di ba? So that means instead of hours, ang gagamitin ko ay ang gagamitin kong unit sa time ay days. Okay guys I'm gonna get the answer with the use of the unit of days, hindi hours. Okay? Okay T is equal to days, hindi hours. Okay? Kasi tawag nito, medyo mahaba kasi kapag hours. Kaya yun, since kasi merong tayong given na time na 3 days, tapos meron pala tayong a week after. So, ang unit ng time natin ay days. Okay? So, ngayon, dito, if you're going to recall, what would be the formula gagamitin natin sa pag-laws of growth and decay? We will use dP all over dt is equal to kp, di ba? However, take a look at this point. There's a certain radioactive substance that decomposes. Decomposes. What does it mean? It means it decreases. Yung kumbaga like yung amount dun sa loob ng certain radioactive substance, nagdi-decrease yan. Kumbaga, lumiliit ang amount sa loob ng substance na yun. Therefore, hindi Kp gagamitin natin. Rather, it's negative Kp. That shows that it is decreasing. Okay, negative Kp ang gagamitin natin dito. So, as always, let's get the general solution. Alright? So, kunin natin general solution. The same lang sa ginawa natin sa part 1. So, let's summarize. Anong ginawa ko? I switch the positions of dt and p. So, we will have dp all over p is equal to negative k times dt. The next, I will now integrate both sides. So, pagka-integrate ko both sides, meron na akong ln of p is equal to negative kt plus c. Ayan. So, in here, since meron kasi akong ln of p sa kaliwa, ang gagawin ko sa both sides ay gawin ko silang exponent ng e. So, magiging e raised to ln of p is equal to e raised to negative t plus c. So, kaliwa, meron tayong e raised to ln of p. So, we have e raised to ln of p sa kaliwa. Nasabi ko na ulit, sorry. So, ang gagawin ko is I will cancel out e at saka si ln. So, magiging p na lang. And we have e raised to negative t plus c. Dahil lang t plus c. Then, dito, pwede kong ipaghiwalay si negative kt at saka si c. So, magiging e raised to negative kt times e raised to c. Yan. And as I said, yung e raised to c, isa siyang constant. Kasi yung exponent ng e mo, isa siyang constant. To be specific, arbitrary constant. So therefore, we can convert e raised to c into c. Okay? Kasi e raised to c and c are just the same. So magiging e raised to negative kt times c. So in here, we will have p is equal to c e raised to negative kt. That is now our general solution. So what to do now? So naman ending gagawin natin na. Alright? So, ilagay natin siya. So, first, sabi daw, let's start with the initial condition or from the starting condition. So, initially, syempre, yung time mo ay equal to 0. Okay? Let that be 0 days. Then, meron pa tayong given. Initially, the amount is 400 milligrams. Therefore, your P is 400 milligrams. So, sa formula natin, we have P is equal to CE raised to negative KT. Ang mangyari dyan, we will have 400 milligrams is equal to CE raised to negative K times T, which is 0. So, negative K times 0, magiging 0 pa rin siya. And anything raised to 0 is equal to 1. Okay? So, C times 1 is C. Therefore, your C is 400. So, yun, meron na tayong T is equal to 400 times E raised to negative K times T. O, diba? That's it. So, we need to find your K. Kasi nakuha natin si C, diba? Ngayon, kunin natin si K. We need to find your K para makuha natin yung sagot, sa sagot natin, which is ito, at saka ito. Alright? So, we need to find your K. It's like, think of it this way. Para ka lang naghahanap ng particular solution. Kasi nakuha natin si C, ngayon hanapin natin si K. We need to find this particular solution as much as possible para we can easily solve the questions. Okay? So yun. Anyways, let's go back. So, ngayon, how can we find our K? Okay? Paano yun? So, proceed tayo dito. So, dito sa K, okay, pwede ko gamitin tong given. 3 days, tapos amount ay 60 milligrams. Okay? Pwede yun. So, yung time mo rito ay 3 days. And then yung amount, which is yung P, ay 60 milligrams. So, sa formula natin, P is equal to 400 E raised to negative K times T. So, in here, we have 60 is equal to 400 E raised to negative K times T, which is 60. So, yun, magiging 60 is equal, wait lang. 3 pala to, 3. Sorry. 3 pala, hindi 60. 3. Okay? 3. Ayan. So, yun, magiging 60 is equal to 400 times E raised to negative 3. Now, we will divide both sides by 400. So, ito, kung i-divide ko to both sides by 400, I think this would be 3 over 20. Okay? Kasi simplify ko siya slowly, 60 all over 400. Ito, both of these terms are divisible by 10. So kung i-divide ko to ng two numbers by 10, ang mangyari dyan, this is ano na to? This is 6 all over 40. Okay? Then, itong si 6 at saka si 40, parehas silang divisible by 2. So 6 divided by 2 and 40 divided by 2. So, magiging 3 all over 20. Kasi 40 divided by 2 ay 20. So, yun. Ito na yung simplified na fraction natin. Okay? So, we have 3 over 20. Ayan na siya. Ngayon, we have e raised to negative 3k. Ngayon, hanapin na natin si k. We will use ln. So, we have ln of 3 of 20. 3 all over 20 pala, sorry. Times tuloy, is equal to ln of e raised to negative 3k. Ngayon, ibaba ko si negative 3k dito by the application of power law of logarithm. So, magiging negative 3k times ln of e. Remember, itong si ln of e is ano siya equivalent to 1. So, in here, we will have negative 3k times 1. Ayan na siya. That's it. So negative 3k times 1 is negative 3. Ayan na siya. So I will divide both sides by negative 3 para makuha ko si k. So yun, our k now is negative ln of 3 of 3 of tuloy. 3 all over 20 all over 3 is equal to k. Or, mas maganda, much better, negative 1 all over 3 times ln of 3 all over 20. O, diba? That's it. So that's your K. And dahil dyan, we can now find our P. So your P is 400 e raised to negative kt. So in here, we can now substitute your K dito. So e raised to negative, bakit short na negative to? Yeah, kasi negative 3k. Wait lang guys, check ko lang. Maybe I might be wrong. 3 times negative k. Aha, tama, tama, tama. Okay, yeah, tama naman. Sorry, just making sure. So negative times negative 1/3 times ln of 3 all over 20. Ayan na siya. Times 2. So, syempre, pag may negative sa labas at negative sa loob, ano mangyayari? Magiging positive. So, this would be P is equal to 400e raised to 1/3 times ln of 3 all over 20 times T. So, that's it. Alright? I guess we are done in finding the K at ito na yung particular solution natin. Okay? So that's it. I think we are good to go na, no? Because we can proceed sa ating question or problem natin. Okay. So, alright, sige. Sana tayo. By the way, we can still simplify this one pala. I forgot. Kung gusto nyo i-simplify, wala namang problema. Okay? Sige na, simplify ko na naman. Kahit tinatamad na ako. Simplify ko na lang to guys para di na tayo mahirapan pa. Mas mukhang simple pa yung equation natin. So, ang gagawin natin is ipag-combine natin si 1/3 at saka si t. So, 1/3 times t, we will have t thirds or t all over 3 times ln of 3 all over 20. Tapos after that, yung coefficient ng ln mo, gawin ko siyang exponent sa 3 all over 20. So magiging P is equal to 400 times E raised to ln of 3 all over 20 raised to T all over 3. So remember, kapag meron kang base na E at meron kang exponent na nakalon, we can cancel them. So as a result, we will have 400 times 3 all over 20. I think this is far better. Yeah, mas maganda pa to para sa akin. This is far better. So yeah, ito na lang. Okay para sa akin. Or kung ayaw nyo, kunin nyo na lang to. So now we can proceed na sa problem natin. Our problem natin is, what will be the estimate amount of this radioactive substance after a week? So first, let me erase the writings here. Okay, except yung naka-square. Alright, so let's start first by answering the first question. What will be the estimate amount of this radioactive substance after a week? Remember, in 1 week, it is equivalent to 7 days. So now let's substitute yung t mo as 7. So sa kabilang formula, 400 times 3 all over 20 raised to 7 all over 3. So ganon din sa kanan. Okay. I hope they're the same, which I believe they should be kasi ako nag-simplify nito. Ln of 3 all over 20 times 7. Okay, let's use our calculator. All right, so as always, they're actually the same. So, para sila ng sagot. There are approximately 4.78 bacteria. Okay? 4.78. Or much better, para mas maganda pang, or mas logical ba, ang ang sagot dito. Sabihin natin 5 bacteria. Ay, bacteria. Wait lang. Bakit? Forgive me, hindi pala to bacteria. Ano pala to? Amount. Okay? Or milligram pala, sorry. Hay, nako. Sorry guys ah. Sorry, bigla lang akong nalutang eh. 4.78 milligrams or 5 milligrams. Parehas lang sila. Okay? So that's it. 5 milligrams. Okay? So either of the two, pwede naman. Okay? Ngayon, let's proceed na sa second question. The second question states that what will be the half time? So when we say half time, okay, punta tayo dito para dito man ito. Half time. When we say half time, guys, ibig sabihin nun, the time na naging amount niya ay kalahati lang ng initial amount. Gets niyo ako? Kumbaga, your P is equal to initial P all over 2. Where your initial P is basically yung initial amount mo. Gets niyo ako, guys? Kumbaga like, ano yung time na kung saan yung amount present nun ay kalahati lang ng initial time. Kalahati lang initial amount pala, sorry. Okay? Ulitin ko, ang half time is a specific period of time wherein the amount present is half of the initial amount. So, ibig sabihin nun, sa formula natin kanina, ano yun, di ba? 400 times, ano yun? 3 all over 20. Ito na lang gamitin ko guys kasi this one is much better para sa akin. So as much as possible, sinisimplify ko na lang. 3 all over 2 raised to t all over 3. Yan. That's it. So again, pag half time, ibig sabihin nun, kung yung present amount mo ay kalahati ng initial amount mo. So meaning, 400 all over 2 is equal to 400 times 3 all over 2 raised to t all over 3. So magiging 200. So 200 is equal to 400 times 3 halves all over t all over 3. So I will divide both sides by 400. So if I'm gonna divide both sides by 100, meron na akong 1 half is equal to 3 all over 2 times raised to 3 all over 2. Yan na yan. Then, what I can do here is I will have ln both sides. So ln of 1 half is equal to ln of 3 halves raised to 3 t third or t all over 3. So itong exponent na to, ibaba ko siya rito. So I will have ln of 1 half is equal to t all over 3 times ln of 3 halves. So para makuha natin si t, yung half time mo, i-cross multiply ko si 3 sa ln of 1 half kasi si 3 ay ang denominator. So magiging 3 times ln of 1 half is equal to t times ln of 3 halves. So after that, I will divide both sides by ln of 3 halves para makuha ko na yung time, yung half time to be specific. So therefore, meron na akong 3 times ln of 1/2 all over ln of 3/2. Yan na siya, to be exact. But if you want to find the approximate value ng time, then it's okay. Kuha ko ng calculator for a moment. So approximately, it is negative 5.13. Wait lang, check ko ha. Ayan, that's it. Pero guys, you see, actually dapat hindi to negative. Actually, to be fair, dapat hindi to negative. Okay? To be fair to be fair. Kasi meron ka bang nakitang time na negative? Meron ba? Hindi naman, di ba? Hindi naman. So, basically, okay, you can leave this as your answer, 5.13 days. Okay? So I think it's better if it's 5 days or 5.13 days. Hindi siya naka-negative. Kumbaga parang naka-absolute kasi yung time, to be fair, yung time, what do you call this one? Yung time mismo kasi, hindi siya pwede maging negative eh. Okay? Unless kinukuha mo yung difference ng time, sure. But if you're getting the time to be specific, dapat positive yun. 5.13 days yan dapat. Pero either way, both of them are correct. Okay? Especially ito, may sense to kapag sinubstitute mo siya sa sa formula natin dito. Okay? So yeah, anyways, ito na yata yung sagot natin. Okay? For the second question and for the first question. So now let's proceed to the last. Okay, last problem natin. Let's assume that there were exactly 450 cats in a certain pet store. Wait lang nga, facing ko yung pagsalita ko. Okay, let's go. Let's assume that there were exactly 450 cats in a certain pet store when it was opened for the first time in 1990. Due to the increase of the population of the cats, it is expected that there will be an increasing number of cats in this pet store. Sorry. After a year, there were 1,000 cats present in it. What will be the approximate number of cats present after 5 years? Okay. Kumbaga, ang point niya kasi is that dun sa pet store, meron siyang initially 450 cats. So, dahil sa pag-increase ng population, pag-increase ng population ng cats or mga pusa rather, it is expected na tataas din ang number of cats sa pet store na yun. Okay? So, so ibig sabihin nun, okay, our formula would be dP all over dt is equal to kp. Yung kp mo ay positive. Okay? It's positive. Kasi, bakit? Nag-i-increase yung population of cats. Okay? So, dito, what are we going to do? So, first, syempre, wait lang, nag-notify yung messenger ko, sorry. So, yun, going back, where was I? Yeah, let's get now the general solution. So, I think you already know how to get a general solution. So, I'm gonna be straightforward na ha. The general solution is P is equal to C E raised to KT. Okay? Basta if you know how to do this one, you're good to go. Or kung hindi naman kailangan, edi ito na. Ito na guys, there's no more problem for you. Ito na. Okay? Teka lang, bakit nami-message? Wait lang ha. Anyway, so yun, that's it. Now, ano na, let's find the particular solution for this one. P is equal to CE raised to KT. So as always, let's start at the initial condition. Initially, syempre, yung time mo ay equal to 0. And of course, sabi daw rito, let's assume that there were exactly 450 cats in a certain pet store when it was opened for the first time in 1999. Kumbaga, initially, sa simula ng taon na yun, there were exactly 450 cats. Yun yung initial amount ng cats mo. So in here, we will have 450. Ay lang, sorry. Isuot ko muna yung formula. So P is equal to CE raised to KT. So we have 450 is equal to CE raised to K times 0. So obvious na to. Okay? So magiging CE raised to 0. And again, E raised to 0 is 1. Okay? Anything raised to 0 is 1. So C times 1 is obviously C. So therefore, your C is equal to, wait lang, your C is equal to 450. That's it. So yun, meron na tayong formula na P is equal to 450 times E raised to K. C. Ayan. Then, hanapin natin si K. So how can we find our K? So sabi daw rito, after a year, there were 1,000 cats present. Okay? So since kasi, kung mapapansin nyo, they use the unit of time years. Kung mapapansin nyo. So therefore, ang gagamitin kong T-unit ay years na rin. Para hindi na ako mahirapan. Kaysa naman gagamit ako ng days. Unless, kapag sa problema, kailangan talaga in days ang unit ng time mo, syempre in days ang gagamitin mo. Pero if wala namang binanggit, kundi years lang, then sure, there's no problem. So my time unit will be years. Okay? So, isulat natin yung given. So yeah, we have after a year. So meaning after 1 year. Okay? There were 1,000 cats present. Yan. So mangyari dyan, if we have this formula, P is equal to 450 e raised to kt, we will have 1,000 is equal to 450 times e raised to k times 1 or k lang siya because k times 1 is k. Okay. Now, let's simplify. Let's divide both sides by 450. So ito, kung i-divide mo si 450, let me take it slow kasi it's a big number. Sorry kung medyo mahinaw sa arithmetic. So ito, 1,000 all over 450 ay 1,000 all over 450. So ito, both of them are divisible by 10. So 1,000 divided by 10. Okay? So sa baba rin, 450 divided by 10. So magiging 100 all over 45. And 100 at saka si 45 are both divisible by 5. So 100 divided by 5 all over 45 divided by 5. So mangyari dyan, this would be 100 divided by 5, that's 20. Kasi 20 times 5, 0, 10. Yeah. 20 times 5 is 100. And 45 divided by 5 is 9. So yep, it's 20 all over 9. So therefore, 100 all over 1,000 all over 450 is equivalent to 20 all over 9. Okay? 20 all over 9. Yes. So magiging e raised to k. Now hanapin natin si k. So we will have ln on two sides. So ln of 20 all over 9 is equal to ln of e raised to k. Ibaba natin si k sa gilid, magiging k times ln of yung ln of e mo siya as equivalent to 1. So therefore, k times 1 is k. So okay na tayo. Your ln of 20 all over 9 is your K. So, siya na yung magiging K mo. So, therefore, sa formula natin kanina, 450 e raised to K magiging ln of 20 all over 9. This is 20 all over 9. Yeah, 20 all over 9 times T. Okay? So, una, okay, pwede ko pa tong i-simplify. Pero by the way, particular solution muna to kasi nakuha natin lahat ng value para sa arbitrary constants natin. So, una, ipag-multiply ko si T at saka si ln. So, ln of 20 all over 9 times T, ang mangyari dyan, this would be T, wait lang po. Sorry. Wait lang po. Anyways, sorry po. May error lang ginawa. Anyways, so kapag minultiply ko si T at saka si ln of 20 all over 9, so magiging T times ln of 20 over 9. And since may coefficient si ln, which is si T, gawin natin yan sa exponent ng 20 all over 9. So magiging P is equal to 450 times E raised to ln of 20 all over 9 times, raised to T pala. Yan, raised to T. So, i-cancel natin si E at saka si ln. So, mangyayari dyan, we have 450 times 20 all over 9 raised to T. Ayan. So, okay na. This is now our particular solution. Nakasimplified na to. So, what to do? We can now answer the question. What will be the approximate number of cats present after 5 years? So, i-substitute natin ng T ng 5. So, 450 times 20 all over 9 raised to 5. So, kunin ko lang yung calculator ko. So, approximately, this is 24386.53. Let me check kung tama ako. Alright, tama ako. That's good. So, pwede na rin to if you like. Pero kung gusto mo pa siyang i-simplify tapos accurate siya, then I suggest having the answer of 24,000 cats. Okay? 24,000 cats. So either of these two, pwede naman siya as your final answer. So that's it. That's for the laws of growth and decay. I hope you have learned something. All right?